Hello, this is your good buddy Hukman. Today's review will be Cremo, but with a safety razor. Now, in this safety razor, which I will be using, will be the I don't know what the Belonzo blades. Got a shark here. Let's see what it is. Got a Rockwell. I'm gonna go with a Rockwell in my King C Gillette. I think this one is almost dead. Let's see if this Rockwell, let's see if it's any better. It might be rusted, I don't know. It's been in that case for a while. Let me find out. It's been a little wet. Nope, looks good. Made out of Swedish steel. Got some hot water going in here. I know y'all don't like the sound of the water, but I'm trying to get this done quickly. Blade exposure looks good. Tighten this on a little bit more. There we go. Just soak it in here while I wet my face. Get my face ready. I don't really care much for the Cremo for straight razor, but I do like, I haven't tried it with this, but I'm assuming because it was next to the store, it was in Walmart next to where I got this from, I'm assuming that it was more meant for straight razors, safety razors than straight razors, so we shall soon find out. I'm not going to use any pre-shave with this, just like I don't with any of the other new soaps that I use for my first test. Wash my face off first. And I'll be I'm trying to grow my goatee back in and comb my hair back, but that's just me. Get this here going in right good, nice and mixed in. Get this out of here. I don't cut myself. Drop my hands off. See if I can't get a good lather out of this one. Wasn't able to out of the last one. Just going around my hand like a circle. Rub on stuff. I don't really like this stuff. At least not for this purpose. Just clear off my hands now. Stuff does get slick, so I assume it'll work well for this. Maybe not so much for the straight razor. Because I've already done the straight razor, I can say that I'm probably only going to use this. When I use this, it'll either be when I'm in a hurry, I think, Well, I'm making judgments now. I'm not gonna. I'll finish that thought when I'm done. So far, so good. So far, so good. Rockwell's working nice in this today, compared to King C. Gillette. Or even the Strangelet. Surprisingly. Some more water in here. Let's continue on here. Doesn't really have much cushion. Which I'm not much of a fan on, not having enough much cushion. That pass is done. So far the smell is good. But I'm not sure I would use this stuff every day. But as for performance goes, I mean, it's not performing bad. It's just not what I'm used to. I don't know if I could get used to that. The smell is fantastic. I'm sure what anybody says. Now, even though it's the second one here, it's starting to feel a little grabby, a little sticky. A little rough going against the grain on it. Try always go against the grain, regardless of what I'm using. Straight razor, safety razor, I always try to go against the grain on my neck. Having said that, I'm not very good at it. Feel a little bit of irritation coming on. I don't think it has anything to do with the blade or the razor. I think I'll give this, just I'm done with my shave now. I think I'll give this objectively, because it did what its job and it didn't leave me with too much irritation. I'll give this a 4 out of 5 objectively, without any of my just look at it from whether it works or not. I give it a 4 out of 5. I don't really care for it personally, but objectively I give it a 4 out of 5 because it does do what it says. So 4 out of 5 for objective. I'm looking at it objectively. But personally, I don't really like it. I mean, it doesn't necessarily do what I want it to do. I need more protection and cushion than that. And what this gives, I missed a spot. Oh well, that'll be alright. Doesn't give quite the protection that I like. But the slickness is good. I'd say this stuff would make a good pre-shave. Objectively, for how it performs, 4 out of 5. Would I recommend it objectively? For objectively, yes. I would recommend it. This might be your kind of thing. But personally, I wouldn't recommend it. Objectively, I would recommend it for people that like this kind of thing, but personally, not so much. I'm going to finish this off with some Paraso Barbadura, which is their red one, Paraso Red. It's a good match for this. Not very much stinging, so like I said, objectively it works. It's just not my favorite kind of feeling, so I'd give it a 4 out of 5 for objectively. Personally, I'll give it a 3, because it does do better there than on the straight razor. I'm going to finish off with some of this Cremo Heritage Spiced Amber, because I think that would be a good scent to go with it. Sure does smell good. I'm going to wash my hands off. Well, this has been your good buddy Hukman. My official results, now that I've thought about them, are objectively 4 out of 5, personally 3 out of 5. Scent is still the same as, I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 last time. I think I'll actually give it a 5 this time. Slickness, I'll give it 4.5 out of 5. So I think you do good with this. If you don't like using a brush and soap, this would be good for you. But Hukman, may good days follow you. May have good shaves.